going on, everybody? John Matrix here. Hope you're all having yourselves a wonderful day wherever you're at, whenever you're watching this. We're gonna be jumping into some 40k here. We're gonna check out the next episode in the End in the Death 3 series here by DQVO. We're checking out Horus's Victory, which is the same name as the previous one, but this one is part 5, so I guess this is Horus's Victory part 2. But yeah, this is part 5 in the series, the End of the Death 3 Horus's Victory. So links will be down below as always in the description to the original video without my commentary and reaction, into DQVO's channel. Please do me a favor, if you enjoyed this video, go over to his channel, hit that like, check on any kind of membership stuff he's got going on, check out any kind of Patreon stuff he's got going on, any kind of sponsorship stuff he might have going on, etc, etc. Give him a sub, give him a like, show the man some love. Makes a lot of great content in the 40k universe, does a lot of great voiceover stuff and voiceover readings. So yeah, we're gonna be checking that out here today. If you'd like to join us when we do these reactions live, there's a join button underneath the video, as well as a link in the description to the YouTube membership benefits and tiers that I have to offer. So you can check that out if you want to take your sport to the next level. Yeah, if you enjoy this video with my commentary and reaction in it, consider leaving a like and a sub on my channel, as it helps me and the channel grow. And it lets the YouTube algorithm gods know that you enjoy this kind of content and you would like to see some more. So all that said, we're going to jump into it here. So again, this is the End in the Death 3 Horus's Victory voiceover part 5 by DQVO. We'll get it. The End in the Death 3, Dan Abnett. The Emperor retaliates.
Hush. No sound. The never-born, open-mouthed, outrage turned to utter dismay. You rise again, burnt ether broiling off you, pain wrenching you. The vile old man proves treacherous to the very last. He abused your mercy to get his breath back. He used that tender, casual touch to draw power from you, to replenish himself. Your father has deceived you and used you, as he has always deceived you and used you. He's rising too. He's on his feet, leaning one hand against the arm on the throne you chose for him, straightening up. The gleaming luster has returned to his warplate, the white asterism behind his head relit. He shimmers with stolen power. He has restored his aspect and refreshed it. It is almost a new aspect. Still the regal warrior king in gold, but the planes and angles of his armor are now sharper and more aggressive. Majesty has been subordinated to ravening threat. He is more warlike than you have ever seen him. Except his warsword is on the other side of the court where it fell from his hand. He comes at you. You go to meet him. This will take but a moment. He's leached power from...
It's so funny, like, how delusional Horus is with these things. He keeps being like, this will just take a moment. It'll be but a small thing. This will be easy. I have no fear, it'll be over. And like time and time again, he proves to underestimate and lets his ego get in the way. And I don't know, it's funny how I don't know if it's like, I would assume that part of it is like some of his own like ego and self-absorption maybe being overinflated with this new power, but I also would assume a lot of it is just the influence of the chaos himself, you know, juicing him up and making him feel this way. Because again, he keeps repeating like, I'm a newborn god, and he thinks he's greater than the chaos gods, and you know, doesn't realize that they're actually the ones feeding him this power. He didn't take it, it was given, and it can be taken away at any point, you know.
From you to replenish himself, and done it so cunningly you didn't even feel it. There is a reason for that. It was so small an amount, you barely felt it sapped away. Your power is...
It's like that right there. It's like, The power he took was such a small amount that I barely even noticed. I mean, that's why he got away with it. Clearly, it was nothing. It's a pittance.
And always has been, drawn without restraint or limit. You snatch up Worldbreaker and lunge at him. He stands his ground, his right hand making certain dexterous movements, his left, the lightning claw, likewise gesturing, both describing sigils that form and crackle in the air. Sigillite magic, a charlatan's last gambit. Your plastron feels warm, where his hand rested on you. You look down and see another sigil marked there, glowing, inscribed surreptitiously as he leaned against you. It pulses, a timed delay. The blast hurls you sideways. It detonates with the force of a Reaver Squad's breaching mine. You are thrown down, your collarbone and right shoulder shattered. He's rushing you before you can rise, hurling the air-cast sigils at you. They are both pentacles, drawn from his arcanology, and they whirl, spitting sparks as they descend like circular saws. You smack one away with your maul. The screaming razor points of the other slice through your plate and ribs before you can swat it aside. He has already drawn two more that squeal as they rotate towards you. You deflect the third with Worldbreaker, cracking it. Your shattered shoulder has rendered your talon useless. You are obliged to destroy the fourth with a beam of bloodlight from the eye upon your breast, and while you are thus occupied, he falls upon you. He grabs Worldbreaker's haft with hand and claw and drives it down flat to crush across your throat. White fire spears from his eyes to blind the eye of Horus on your chest. You cannot fend him off with your dead talon. Face to face, your refractor squeals and telethesic spit and crackle and squeal on contact.
Now, where's all this great power now, Horus? You know what I'm saying? Like, he just took a pittance from you, and now he's beating the shit out of you all of a sudden. I don't know, and it is, again, as I said in maybe it was the last video or the video beforehand, but even Horus had repeated it. It's not just how powerful the Emperor is, but it's about how he uses his power and the fact that he's got 50,000 years more time being able to understand and test his limits and to know what to do with them and the different magics and psychic abilities he has, you know, in comparison to Horus. So, yeah.
You're pinned, but he is nothing like as strong as you, and has nothing like your mass. You twist, then roll, and throw him off. The three remaining pentacle sigils are still spinning, but they bounce aside. One hits the deck and sticks fast on one point like a throwing star. He has your maul. He tore it from your grip. You rise to meet him. You circle. He loops Worldbreaker with expert ease, the great maul whooping through the air. He swings it. You duck and it fails to connect. He swings again, strikes you on the upswing and knocks you onto your back. He loops an overswing without hesitation, bringing Worldbreaker down at you as you are prone. No mercy for a fallen foe. He wants to put you down and keep you down. You roll aside with a curse. Worldbreaker demolishes black floor tiles. You scramble up. Worldbreaker strikes you in the back while you are still half kneeling and knocks you on your face. The whistling maw comes down. You roll again with all urgency, but it hits your belly plate refractors and caves them in. The next swing comes at your face, but by then, your ruined shoulder has re-knitted. The talon flashes up and catches the descending head of the maul with the boom of a firing bombard. Up you get. You lurch him backwards. He is gripping Worldbreaker's ferrule with both hands. You clench the maul's head in your talon. You use the maul like a rod to force him backwards. He tries to twist the haft to break your grip. You clench it tighter. Push and twist, shoving him 2 paces back, then another 2. Another lunge lifts his feet off the ground for a second. You rip Worldbreaker from his hands as he stumbles back, unbalanced. You deftly toss the maul from your talon to your left hand and catch it smartly. You spin it once. Where were we, father? The Neverborn host whoop and shrill your name. What does he have left? He should have stolen more power from you when he had the chance. Why did he take so little? Ah, of course. Because he not dare take more. He knows his own propensities. If he had stolen more, he wouldn't have been able to stop. Like a chronic inebriate with no impulse control, he would have drunk himself mad from the Empyrean.
That's so funny that he says that, right? It's like he's almost trying to like project onto the Emperor like he's some kind of drug addict and he's addicted to the warp. And if he took too much, like he would fall off the wagon and just return to his old drunkard addict ways, when Horus is sitting over here just juiced up, ODing on chaos right now. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny.
He dares not, above all things, risk the malison of the Dark King. So he took from you sparingly, and he has already used most of what meager quantity he stole. He is growing feeble. What does he have left? What will he try next? Lightning from his spanning claws, of course. The bolt forks at you. You deflect with a necromantic ward, but as he fires it, he looks away and reaches out with his right hand. His fallen warsword, abandoned on the floor, flies towards him.
I was waiting for that.
By Telekine force. To even things up, you won't have that. Worldbreaker intercepts the flying blade before it reaches his hand and sends it spinning away towards the thrones. What's left? You swing for his skull. He slides sideways through the abstraction of plight to evade the blow, but it's a weak effort. That stolen power is running out. He circles you via the twilit cliffs at the Forsaken angle, appears at your side and drives his claws through the refractors shielding your hip. They tear in shreds of light, but he has recklessly put himself too close, and you snap out Worldbreaker's ferrule and butt him in the face. He reels aside, cheekbone broken, onto the Forsaken angle again, but he doesn't have the strength to stay there. Your talon seizes him by the left arm as he spills back into the court. He tries to tear free, but the talon bites, cracking Goramite and drawing blood. You have him cold. He has no strength left for warped angles or evasion by dimensional plane, and not enough power to conjure fresh aspects either. He has no force to channel, and not even a hint of enough warp will to move the everywhere of your realm and affect a parry by location. He can't break your grip. He has no cards left to play. The last of them are scattered on the deck. As though to demonstrate his weakness, he lights fire from his eyes at you again, glancing.
I mean, again, time and time, Horus keeps underestimating him. So again, he keeps like downplaying this. I'm sure the Emperor still got other things up his sleeve. Like, we'll find out here.
Down with a white-hot cutting beam in an attempt to slice your talon from his arm. The power of it is pathetic. Paltry. You clench the talon tighter, twist, and strip golden plate and flesh from his forearm, unsleeving it to the bone. Then you let go. He staggers back, his arm a bloody parody of a limb. His claws rise and he tries to write another sigil in the air. Sigil magic, the last of last resorts. It's such a woeful effort. He might as well have surrendered. You lift Worldbreaker. No. Too easy. Too basic. Too industrial for a finishing move. That kind of crude force is Perturabo's dull signature. You want to flourish. You punch with your power claw instead, but with just the index talon extended. The talon goes through his throat, right through. His eyes bulge, blood spills from his mouth. You slowly draw the blade out and catch your father as he falls. He fought well, a stalwart recovery, and a worthy enough rematch. But the end was never in any doubt. You carry him back to the throne, his blood running freely, coating everything. You dump him into the seat without care or ceremony. He lolls forward, drooling blood. You brace his chest and push him back. He droops to the side and looks so limp and boneless that he might slide from the throne entirely. You prop him back in place, bracing him with Worldbreaker's haft, and turn. A nod of your head brings his sigil pentacles flying to you, the last one wrenching out of the floor. They are spent, and no longer spinning like circular cutters, but the points are still sharp. You catch each one, turn them on edge, and stake him to the throne.
Jesus.
One drives down through his right thigh, the second through his left, the third you ram through his left shoulder, nailing him on its points to the back of the throne. Now only his head flops. You step back.
Sounds like he's basically crucifying him to the throne.
Talon and maul raised, accepting the adulation of the watching host. He sits, a whisper from death, pinned to a throne that streams with his lifeblood. The symbolism there, a throne of blood, something apt. You'll finesse it later when you commit your testimony of this day to remembrance, Sir Olaiton.
Behold,
You cry.
the false emperor.
The demons squeal and howl. The old four approve.
So will I deal with all tyrants and deceivers.
You roar. The acclaim is so loud you can barely hear your own voice. You circle the court, arms raised. A moment more, then turn to face the throne and finish the coronation. Your way is blocked. A figure stands between you and your gore-soaked, staked-up father. It is a small figure, breathing hard and pitifully damaged, but it is braced defiantly to impede your advance. It fixes you with a quite preposterously bold glare of resistance. By his will alone,
Okay.
gasps Caecaltus Dusk.
Okay. Gonna have some intervention by the custodies here coming up in the next episode. So yeah. That was Death in the End 3, Horus's Victory, voiceover part 5. I mean, yeah. It was pretty straightforward. I mean, the Emperor just sounds like he's getting his ass kicked, you know? At the end of the last episode, he sounds like he was starting to rally a little bit. I guess he, stole some warp energy from Horus and was rallying another attack. I don't know. You gotta, again, feel like there's like plans and a plan and a plan kind of thing with the Emperor. But maybe not. Maybe not, you know? But I mean, yeah, the whole time in my mind, I'm just visualizing like Dragon Ball Z kind of, you know, fighting going on between the Emperor and Horus. Them just going back and forth. But I mean, you gotta know, like, the Emperor understands. Is he like, I feel like he's almost just trying to like delay something. Right? Because you gotta know that the Emperor would understand that even the energy he took from Horus isn't going to do anything to stop him, and any kind of injuries he has, if he doesn't like straight up kill him, he's just going to heal from. So and it didn't really sound like in any of that the Emperor was going for any kind of real death blow. So it almost sounds like he's trying to delay him for some reason, in some way. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, Dan Abnett has definitely gone into making the sacrifice. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of the most important fight in the 40K lore, right? I mean, it's literally what defines what's happened from this moment on. So, I mean, this has to be like the most epic thing. Like, until they bring, if they decide to, until they bring the Emperor back, right? Like, what other most epic moment could there be in the 40K universe other than this fight between Horus and the Emperor? And I mean, yeah, the way that it's written and described, and them transporting through different places and sites and going through the warp, and the psychic battle back and forth and the physical battle back and forth, it's something that would be very interesting to see how it would be represented in a cinematic setting. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to see it done right and well in a live action cinematic setting, but I don't know. Again, as I've said in some other previous videos, like, the whole like Horus Heresy saga is so much that if they were to do it alone and to do it justice alone, it would be like its own like 15 season, you know, Game of Thrones type show. You know what I mean? Like, they would have to dedicate a lot of time and energy just to doing the Horus Heresy alone, which I would love to see done if it was done right. If they really, you know, wanted to do it right, dedicated the time and energy to doing it right with all the different characters that are involved in the stories. And I mean, it obviously ending in this kind of epic, you know, duel of fates battle between the Emperor and Horus. It was truly done right and faithful. It would be amazing. It would be amazing. But I mean, that's just the thing is, you know, are they gonna be able to like really commit to wanting to do a show for that long, right? You know, and are they gonna be able to like commit to doing it right, kind of a situation? And I feel like that's almost too much of a commitment for anyone to want to do. Maybe after they've gotten through like, maybe it might be a situation, right, where like, because it's quote unquote a cinematic universe that they're doing on Amazon with Henry Cavill, maybe it's a situation where after they do a few seasons of whatever they have planned and they see how well received it is, then they might veer into like making future plans of it. I feel like the Horus Heresy is going to be a situation where like it's referenced to a lot. They might even have certain flashbacks from certain characters' perspectives, depending on who they have in the show and whatnot. But yeah, who knows? Who knows where they're gonna go? But I mean, yeah, it would be amazing to see this done in even in an animated format. I almost feel like, especially after like the secret episode, or the secret level episode from 40K, and with the Stardies, right? The Stardies project. I almost feel like if they could just do a show like that with that kind of CGI quality, it would almost be better than live action, because I feel like there are certain things that are going to be pretty restrictive in live action. You know what I mean? Like, just trying to present the scale of the 40K universe, and even the Space Marines alone, right? Like, even just trying to portray the Space Marines alone with how large they are and how bulky they are in their armor, but at the same time, trying to convey how powerful they are, how fast they are, their capabilities, and then also like the capabilities of whatever they're fighting against, whether it's the Eldari, whether it's the Tyranids, etc., Chaos, various demons, you know, right? Like, there are just certain things that an animated or CGI presentation can convey compared to a live action one, you know? So, I mean, I don't know. Again, it'll be interesting to see how they will portray this in a live action setting. And how, I mean, you look at Lord of the Rings and what they did with, I'm talking about the movie, not the series, right? You look at what Peter Jackson was able to do with the Lord of the Rings series and how well that looks and how it's been able to hold up over time, still to this day, 20 years later, you know, how well the Lord of the Rings trilogy holds up, even The Hobbit to an extent. You know, how well they still hold up and how well those things look. Like if they could use a lot of those techniques and do it the right way, you know, and combine the miniature modeling with the various, you know, camera angle scaling and basically just everything, like it can be done. You know, we know it's been done because of how it's been done in the past, you know? So, I don't know. But anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah, another great episode from DQVO. Like I said, links will be down below in the description to all of his stuff, to his channel, to the original video here. So go over there, check it out, give it a like and sub if you enjoyed this. You know, check out the rest of the content he's got on his channel. He does a lot of great voiceover readings for a lot of the various books and stories in the 40K universe. So yeah, check out all of his stuff. Give the man some love. If you'd like to join us when I do these reactions live, there's a join button underneath the video, as well as a link in the description if you'd like to join us when I do these live with my members. We'd love to have you guys come in and hang out and join our discussions that we will have, you know, before, during, and after the videos. So yeah, check all that out. See if it would have any interest for you. Regardless, I greatly appreciate you guys just coming and hanging out, checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like and a sub. It helps me and the channel grow. And yeah, I just greatly appreciate it if you're watching and still here to the very end. It means a lot. I greatly appreciate all your support. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you all have yourselves a wonderful day. See you on the next one.